Who kidnapped the Empress? Chapter 1, In the Snowstorm. A woman, battered by grief and solitude, stands alone in a blinding snowstorm, her body trembling not from the cold but from the crushing weight of loss. Her name is Roselin, the Empress of Tanatos, once a symbol of grace and power, now a shattered figure in the heart of a desolate empire. The wind howls around her, and yet, there's an eerie stillness in her heart. She has no family left, no friends, and no allies. The people she loved, the ones she trusted, have all been taken from her, one by one. And now, she is alone, standing at the precipice of death. Freezing to death is not bad at all, she thinks, her body fighting the cold, but her spirit surrendering. She feels nothing but an emptiness as vast as the frozen wasteland before her. But just as she begins to accept the icy grip of death, a shadow emerges from the storm, someone who has come to claim her life. This isn't the end. It is only the beginning. 3 months ago, in the Tanatos Palace. In the gilded halls of Tanatos, where snow and gold reign supreme, a secret was hatched. Emperor Gelati, ruthless and cunning, had everything within his grasp, except for one thing, the Empress's will. Without her approval, even the Emperor couldn't wield the full power of the empire. His envy and thirst for control had festered, poisoning his mind. Kill the Empress, they whispered in his ear. Take advantage of Natasha, use her to bring her down. Kill her, and you will have it all. Roselin had always been the heart of the empire, beloved by her people, admired for her intelligence and diplomatic prowess. She was a genius strategist, fluent in 6 languages, and known for her kindness, building hospitals and caring for the poor. Despite her broken leg, she still held her empire together, her strength radiating through the cracks. But behind the facade of beauty and grace, there were darker forces at work. Her brother, once a trusted confidant, was turning against her. A conspiracy was brewing in the shadows, orchestrated by those who envied her power, seeking to destroy everything she had built. Her downfall would be calculated, methodical, no one would see it coming. The betrayal. Roselin's heart aches as she looks at the faces of the people she once called her family, her closest servants, the ones who had always been by her side. One by one, they had been stripped from her, victims of political machinations and cold, calculated moves. Anna, the last person left who still cared for her, pleads with her. Please, Your Majesty, don't give up. You're not alone. But Roselin knows the truth, she is alone. Her enemies are closing in, and her brother has already been compromised. Even the knight captain who had once sworn an oath to protect her had been corrupted, his loyalty shattered. It was clear now, there was no one left to trust. Yet, despite the odds, Roselin refuses to surrender. She cannot let the empire fall, not after everything she's worked for. Her strength, her resolve, is unbreakable. The ball. A grand ball is held in the palace, an event that could be her undoing. Despite her broken leg, Roselin makes her way into the ballroom, her every step a battle against the pain. The nobles, the foreign diplomats, they all look at her with a mixture of awe and disdain. They don't know the truth. They don't know what's happening in the shadows. But someone does. Natasha, the woman who has long plotted against her, stands in the center of it all, her eyes gleaming with malice. The moment comes, the moment that will change everything. I have His Majesty's child, Natasha announces, her voice echoing through the ballroom. The words hang in the air like a death sentence. It is the ultimate betrayal. Natasha knows the Emperor's weakness, and she knows how to break Roselin. But Roselin will not let this moment define her. She will fight, no matter the cost. The conspiracy is unraveling, and she is caught in the middle of a storm she never asked for. She won't go down without a fight. The kidnapping. As the tension in the room escalates, Roselin is surrounded, her enemies closing in. They move quickly, taking her by surprise, but she refuses to give in. Her people may be gone, but she still has her mind, her will to survive. Take her weapon. Surround the Empress. The command rings out, and the conspirators move in. But Roselin isn't done yet. With a sudden burst of strength, she fights back, her resolve hardening like the snow that surrounds her empire. Her empire may be on the brink of collapse, but she is still its empress. In the distance, the winds howl again, but this time they carry a new message. The game has just begun. The story of the Empress, the stolen throne, and the dark forces pulling the strings is just beginning. Will Roselin survive the plot to destroy her? Will she uncover who is truly behind her fall and reclaim her empire? The snowstorm may have claimed her body, but her heart, her will, is still burning. Stay tuned for the next chapter of Who Kidnapped the Empress?